So he comes back the second time, and as he's saying about how he's like, I just been sketched out because people come to my door at random times. I'm like, yeah, that's weird. My eyes go down. It's dark, so I didn't see it the first time. But I looked at it. He's got his gun just like right here, like down by his waist, pistol just aimed right at me. And he's like, yeah, that's why I gotta keep this thing on me. And then he fucking pops one out the chamber and puts it into his shorts. And I was like, it's episode 111 of the Scheuneman Show. You know, guys, the podcast is supposed to be recorded at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I know.
Fucks.
When I reached out to both of them, I'm like, it's 105. I call both of you, and I'm like, what's happening?
Let's always assume good intentions and assume that we're going to start at 1 o'clock. Those are two things you should always assume in every relationship, especially this one. I'm also going to assume that Matt was ready on time and perfectly ready to go, and then, you know, something else happened. But I was asleep.
I was asleep.
I just woke up.
I was good to go, in fact, on the further end.
I didn't even speak to you guys until the podcast started because I wanted it to be known I was born ready to go.
He's born ready to go.
I heard you guys talking about the debates. That shit was stupid.
Heard.
We'll get into it.
Yep.
Okay.
More guns pulled on me. We'll get into it.
What, bro? What is happening with? Oh my gosh, bro!
Stop going places.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna make the cut, but did you really ask me if I knew if Eminem had a song with BabyTron out? And did you ask me if I've heard it?
Okay, fair enough.
You want to know why that's even crazier?
Why?
I literally predicted that shit on this show.
You did?
And the fact that you seem surprised about it not only makes the prediction even better
He did
because it wasn't obvious, but also you didn't know that I predicted it.
I didn't.
And I predicted it
I remember
fully.
this episode now when I even put a picture up of BabyTron.
Literally predicted that BabyTron was going to do a song with Eminem and it was going to be on this album. And I have a whole reasoning and everything. I know when it started. And also, the album drops on my fucking birthday.
On his
Hard.
fucking
Hell yeah.
birthday.
Hell yeah.
And I was literally just talking to my girl the other day. I was like, I've just always been lucky. Like, on my birthday, something either cool comes out on that day or around that time. Because I remember one time, I was doing acid. And on my birthday, I was
Story
tripping balls.
time. Story time.
And also on my birthday, Grand Theft Auto came out with an update, a summer update, and it was the stunt racing
Which
update.
they just came out with a new update recently, which looks dope as fuck.
Isn't it funny? Like, they said they were going to stop.
Yeah, and they keep going.
Promised they would stop.
No.
And they
But
just
they
didn't
have a
stop.
reward for the longest. What is it, the longest game to like have like
A bunch of bullshit fed to
Bunch
the
of
fans
people,
without
yeah,
getting a
hold on.
fucking sequel.
I don't know.
bunch of people
Fuck.
like playing and stuff.
Star Wars The Old Republic is a Star Wars MMO that's been running for like 15 years.
But then I think
But
about
fresh
WoW.
updates with like new content.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first, yeah.
Go to
So,
Warcraft.
That's what I said.
End the story.
Think
I'm
about
just
that.
Boom. Yeah, Warcraft has to be number one.
I'm tripping ball. Maybe it's a console game. I don't know. I'm
Maybe.
tripping balls, and I'm like, oh, my birthday, blah blah blah. This is before my birthday. It was a tragic time, and I'm tripping balls, and I see the update comes out in GTA, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And come to find out, it's a colorful, like, in the sky, crazy sports car racing track update where you like literally go over ramps and fly and twist your car, and I'm on Sour Patch Kids acid. Like,
He said, "Let me trip
it's
balls."
literally a perfect combination, and that update was sick, and it like started so many things, and like countless other examples. Cool stuff always comes out on July 12th. Just start watching every year on July 12th or July 10th or July 13th. Like around that time, some cool shit comes out. Another cool thing coming out on July 12th, Nicolas Cage horror movie that's apparently supposed to be like the shit.
What's it called?
It's got like 100% Rotten Tomatoes from the critics that have gotten to see it early. It's called Long Legs.
Long Legs?
Yeah, and it looks fucking
Is it like
horrifying.
a Slender Man looking like type
No,
person?
it's just
or-
Nicolas Cage has got long legs.
Oh my god.
He's a slinky man, and he's a murderer and does some creepy shit. And apparently, it's like made people cry in the theater, like made them like
Damn.
throw up and shit. Like it's
Well,
supposed to
doing
be
whatever.
real.
I don't think I've ever seen a movie. Have you guys ever seen a movie like that though? That makes you like.
Well, first of
throw
all,
up?
I've never seen Nicolas
Serbian
Cage in a
film.
legitimate horror movie. And then, but as far as throwing up, closest I've ever gotten to throwing up from a movie.
Probably my laughing my ass off, almost throwing up like that. But
I might have to think about that one. I mean, this is a cheater.
Scared-wise?
This is a cheat one, but like, and Dawn of the Dead. I was
That's a
watching
good
that
one.
movie with the stomach flu,
oh,
and I had never seen it before, and I was a
the
kid.
fucking zombies.
And so Colin took me into the basement and showed me the movie, and I'm just like he's stomping people's heads in, and brains are like in the water, and it's watery
Fun
brains.
fact.
And I'm like,
That's one of my favorite. Like, what? Well, was when I was a
I
kid.
think I
one of
agree
my
with
favorites,
you.
Like growing up, like zombie one wise.
it's in my top 3 zombie movies.
The only film I've ever seen that has had like a psychological impact on me that like was negative to almost a physical capacity was a Serbian film.
This is that.
But I got so
What
addicted
film?
to the.
No, it's called a Serbian film.
Oh, okay.
No, I can't even just it's too graphic for me to even describe what the film is on fucking
amazing.
YouTube. But it's insane.
Graphic. We
I don't
talked
know where to
about this
find it.
porno I came across one time on here.
I mean, that's like one of the most hype up sentences you could say about a movie. I can't even describe it because YouTube will take it down.
Bro, I really like there isn't a single detail of this film.
By the way, episode 112 of the Scheuneman Show podcast is going to be pulled off of YouTube. So when it comes out, watch it quickly because it's going to be some of the most graphic content that you've ever witnessed in your life.
what?
Actually going to be insane. We've heard that what we plan to talk about is actually illegal in 98 countries.
98.
Go on. What's the movie?
No.
Oh yeah, it's called The Fuck.
A Serbian film.
All right.
Yeah, no, so it's just like it's just provocatively grotesque. Now that aside, I've been gifted what is a Mexican Coke, but like an actual one, you know.
Oh, see.
It's a very warm.
That cane
hot day.
sugar.
We're cracking in this.
That good cane sugar.
And you know, seeing you
Courtesy
do
of the
this,
homie Bob. Shout out Bob.
seeing you do this pisses me off, Matt.
Why?
You wanna know why?
Why?
Because I hate seeing you happy. No, I'm just
Oh
kidding.
my gosh.
The real reason is because I actually had prepared for this episode with a taste test of my own,
Oh.
and I'm not gonna lie, it was gonna be a fun one, and I'm tempted to like be right back
Fuck, that's so good.
because I'd have to drive, but I can't because you guys are so fucking late. Anyway, but I had gotten I went to the smoke shop.
Okay.
And we talked about these guys before on the podcast, but you know those Instagram accounts where it'll be like some guy that bought a warehouse and now he sells rare snacks from around the world,
Yeah.
like Indonesian Skittles.
Yeah, yeah.
They make your balls drop or something like that, or like Japanese snot rocket chips. They make you shoot loads 20 feet or something. So crazy snacks, crazy flavors.
Seem to be on the market for that.
And so, yeah. And so I was in a smoke shop, one that I've actually been at before, and I seen that they have like multiple products I've seen on that guy's Instagram. And so maybe I'll tell you guys what I got, and then it'll hype it up for when I actually remember to bring it. But one of the things I got was Texas barbecue flavored, I believe Korean Lay's chips.
Jeez, bro, that sounds good.
Or maybe it was brisket. The other one was broiled crab.
Fuck.
Lay's chips from Japan or something. Have you ever?
How do you think they get that flavor?
You gotta smell like the worst veg ever. Just a can full of crab chips.
I think they. I can't say that joke.
Seasoned lady in that fucking tube.
Have you guys ever heard of? I think they're called like Cloud Skittles.
No.
Are
They're
there the
like
puff
these new
ones?
things.
Yeah, the puff Skittles. They're like the nitrogen.
No,
or the,
they're only in
freeze-dried.
certain places. Oh yeah, these bitches, and obviously you guys will have a
Yeah.
picture due to our wonderful producer. But it's stuff like this.
Squishy clouds. Yeah.
Squishy. Let me see.
So
Hold on.
I got a couple different flavors of
Squishy.
Skittles.
Oh yeah. I know exactly. These are actually so fucking good.
Yeah, so I got a couple different flavors of those, and then I got. Oh, and the shit looks like that. You see the Japanese like looking.
Yeah.
So it's like not from here.
Oh, you have the Japanese one. Oh,
They had those too, but I thought that was like based on. I guess it would be cool just to see them. I'll get those too, and then I also got Skittles lollipops. But the Skittles lollipops looked like they would be more interesting. I didn't realize they were lollipops until I had already bought them. But the packaging, the Japanese writing, like all of it just made me think like, bro, is this like, what is this?
Gonna give us
I feel like the Japanese like packaging, it's so cool, but they also like they put you in this place of confusion and doubt that you're just like, what am I looking at? What will this product change about my life and how it is now? Like it makes you think that you're about to open up a doorway that you've never let your taste palette go down before. But anyway, there's a few things that we can get into today. We could talk about the gun thing. There's one thing I wanted to bring up last week on the podcast, and this is really short and sweet, no pun intended. But I've been doing this thing where I'm like kind of a couple times a week, me and my girl will like want to check out a new place, or not, no, we'll want to go and get food. And so I'll like look up like different places I've never been to. Like one cool thing you can do is literally Google food near me. No, I'm just kidding.
I was about to say.
No,
Do
but
that, yeah.
on Instagram, if you look up like the city you're in and then foodie, like Columbus Foodies, there'll be an Instagram account where some bored white person goes and like literally tries all these crazy foods and like reviews them, and then like will post the best ones on their Instagram. Okay. And the pictures are just always so fucking like, oh, they go to the craziest places. And so this one I found was called the Chocolate Cafe, and it was only like 10 minutes away from us. And this place is crazy. And if you like sweets or even food, I think you'll fuck with it. I could see you really liking it, Marquise.
Yeah, I love shit like that.
Because first, let me tell you, like some of the menu items on there were off the wall. Like they had this one thing. So they had like a cocktail menu, right?
Okay. Ooh.
So they have alcohol there too. And so just as an example, they had this one thing called the Thin Mint Martini.
Yeah.
Espresso martini. They had like little red car. What's it called?
They had
like shit like that. They had like tequila sunrise. Like just your basic cocktails, and then every now and then you'll see like a sweet one or a cool one.
Yeah.
The Thin Mint Martini. So I'm like, okay, Thin Mint Martini. That sounds good. And then right next to it, written in bold letters, like right next to the whole cocktail menu, it says, "Turn into a milkshake." You can turn any cocktail that you want. And I know this is a thing. I know people have had it before, but like seeing it and really feeling it are two different things. But like I was like, holy shit, like
you ordered
any
3
cocktail into a milkshake. So I got a Thin Mint Martini milkshake. That shit was like literally so fucking good. And I'm just imagining all the different flavor things, like a White Russian milkshake. Bro,
good.
Bend me over and fuck me, please.
I went to fucking Kalahari a couple months ago, and they have alcoholic milkshakes there. That's my first time ever having them. That shit was so fucking good. It was like an Oreo cheesecake brownie.
God.
Fucking.
Okay,
with
where's the alcohol?
Baileys. It's like Bailey's and some other shit in there too.
Yeah.
And, bro, it was the most delicious shit I've ever had in my fucking life.
It makes me think if they're gonna make like an Oreo cheesecake brownie thing, between each food you got to put an alcohol word in there, like Oreo, tequila, brownie batter, hungover, like just like they got to make it like
Bailey's and bourbon or
alcoholified or something. But
It was so good.
and then they had this one thing called ice cream nachos,
Ooh.
which are like I wish I could pull up the menu, but I just woke up. And then on
I
top
could
of
see
that,
that
like,
working with like graham crackers and shit.
well, it's not just like
or actual.
it's not just like regular chips with ice cream. It's like they have a. I think what the thing was that instead of like chips, it's. Have you ever seen those? I think they call them like poofles. They're like little puffy waffle looking things that they have at ice cream places, and I think they give you like a little box of those, and then you dip it in like ice cream and fudge and shit. So that shit was crazy. They had like good like lunch food, and then all the while they had like a whole selection of like legit quality made truffles, which I love truffles, and like chocolate truffles, not like the fucking caviar shit or whatever, mushroom shit. Have you ever seen Pig?
Seen what?
Pig?
Pig.
Nicolas Cage. I don't know why Nicolas Cage has
You
been.
love Nick.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it sounds
been
like I
watching
do,
Nick.
but I don't even watch him that much. But Pig was this big, like, everybody's got to go watch this, like, super hyped up movie last year. And it was supposed to be, like, so fucking good. I kept hearing, and, like, it looked, like, mysterious and weird. You guys haven't seen it?
Mm-mm.
It's about Nicolas Cage with his partner Pig, like a pig, and his pig was like a truffle sniffer, so he would use this pig to like sniff out high end truffles, the mushroom kind or whatever, and they lived in like the middle of the woods and like truffle hunted together, and Nicolas Cage had been like. See, honestly, I don't know. It's like John Wick mixed with Marley and Me. Like it's like this relationship of the pig and Nick Cage, and they live in the middle of the woods, and like, but you can tell like Nick Cage is like retired from whatever it is he used to do, and what he's like the best ever at what he used to do, and then all of a sudden like these people come and like kidnap his like favorite truffle pig, and like he has to go and rescue the truffle pig. But here's the catch. Here's the catch, bro. Like Nick Cage can't do shit other than like walk through the woods and watch a pig find truffles.
Yeah.
He can't shoot a gun. Like he's not a badass, but he's going and like hunting down his fucking pig. So he's getting beat up a lot. It's really hard to watch. It's really just him walking into places saying, "Where's my pig?" Looking really like tense and actor like, and then he gets beat up, and then like he gets closer to the pig. It's really quite interesting, but it was a letdown.
Have you seen those? Or did you see that thing I sent you on Instagram, the DM about the future prison thing?
Yeah, I've heard about this. Like where you serve like 10 years in 5 minutes kind of thing. With AI.
It's an AI thing. I don't know about the 10
like a
years and 5
neurochip.
thing, but yeah, they just sit you like
a
down,
pod.
and you have to watch your crime basically over and over, and like
The way I've heard this theorized. Like people have thought about like the ability to do it where, and honestly, it sounds horrifying. But they using technology like the neurochip, or the Elon's device. They want to take that like wonderful thing that's made to speed up humankind and like cure diseases. They want to take that and use it for wonderful things like making people feel like they've been in prison for 10 years, but it's only been 5 minutes.
yeah, they can.
And
make
so
it,
they'll like put you into like a pod, and then like pretty much click play on a video that makes life's like slow down. Like it affects your brain in a way that it's like this 5 minutes is the longest 5 minutes you've ever fucking done.
okay, so
feels
in a
like
sense, they're
10
just
years.
like, oh no, I can't take it anymore. Just
Well, it's just like its main purpose is to like combat the problem of having overrun prisons, because we have a problem with that. Like, where are you gonna put
it's
all
big
these
time.
fucking pieces of shit? So the idea is like, okay, if we can churn them out quicker, but also give them the same kind of time and punishment, then that would be great.
Yeah.
So it's like meant to slow down time and how it feels, and also like give you. I don't know the details of like what it is you're experiencing while you're conked out. Like I don't like it could be the replaying of the crime you did. It could, but like with some crimes, like that's just gonna be a great time. Like imagine you go to prison for going to like this crazy party, and then at the end of a party you do something really fucked up. And if you're someone doing something really fucked up, you probably kind of enjoy doing something really fucked up and the party leading up to it. So you're like, hey, fuck you, guy. Your punishment is going to be so awful. What you're going to be made to do is for 10 years, you're just going to sit here and you're going to experience that party over and over and over and over again, which sounds scary, but it's like, they'll probably be like, okay.
My thing is, like, we can't rehabilitate these people back into society after making them do something like this because their psyche is going to be gone.
But
Like-
what if it was pulled off so well, why would it? And why would it be any different than what we do now? Keeping them actually in a fucking box where they're beat up and forced to be overprotective over things like food and clothes, and they look at authority in a crazy way. Like, I don't see why, done properly, obviously we're putting a bit of an edge on it for entertainment value, but like if it's done properly, how could it be any crazier than what we already do to people?
Well, just the way your brain would have to work in that situation would be completely different than just like walking around. You know, it'd be more humane to allow somebody to exist in a human environment and allow life and their brain to continue to do normal things than to confine them, their brain and psyche to one confined event.
But that's for a amount of time versus only 5 minutes.
Well,
You see, in a sense,
if you're making them, I just feel like making people relive the same thing in an echo chamber is not good for the brain. No way that's good.
There's also no way that that's the full thing. Like, I
And
think
that's
at
how it
one
works.
point you might relive the crime, but like I think it's much more than that. Like,
yeah,
I've definitely heard about this, like, make time feel like a lot longer and like have that time be served as though they're in prison or whatever. I think you might just, and this could be even worse, I think more likely they might just be like, you're going to sit here and it's going to feel like 10 years, but in reality, when you walk out of here, like right now it's 2 o'clock. When you walk out of here, it'll be 2:10. But you're going to be sitting here and you're going to feel like you've been here for a decade. Have fun.
Isn't that fucked up for people too, though? Like none of this sounds
yeah.
good for the human mind.
Okay, well let me enlighten you on another alternative.
Lay it on me.
So you do a crime, right?
Right.
Let's just say you break into a store to feed your family.
Okay.
Just for the sake of making you feel bad for this person. All right, so you break in, you get the money, and then you get arrested. And they throw you in a cop car and treat you like a fucking animal. And they're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Get your hands in these handcuffs. We're going to do them extra tight. All right, now we're going to take a picture of you, and we're going to put you in one outfit, and you're going to wear this one outfit for 10 years. And we're going to put you in a room full of people who want you fucking dead. And if they don't want you dead, they want what you've got. Or you can turn into a monster like them and you can hang out with them and you can be safe, but you're going to have to do some fucked up shit. Oh, and you better never drop the fucking soap in that shower room. You better be careful and learn the politics and the rules of the room, and you're going to be on edge for this whole fucking time. And oh, by the way, you get fed shit in here, and it's going to be, chances are the people who are supposed to be protecting you are just going to stand by as you get your ass beat if you fuck up. And you're just going to be in here for a while. Oh, and if you step out of line, we'll just tag on some extra time. And by the way, you being here is costing the country a whole lot of fucking money. So I hope you really make the most out of it. And watch over your food because somebody might take that shit. And by the way, when you get back home, don't act weird. Don't be all like, oh, who touched my sriracha sauce? Like, see what I mean? Like, prison's fucked up.
No, it is fucked up.
It's gonna be fucked up no matter what. But I'm just kind of playing devil's advocate.
I mean, institutionalization in any format is bad.
Speaking of devil's advocate, Matt, Late Night with the Devil is the weirdest fucking movie I've ever seen.
You watched it?
Yes, dude, what the
it's
fuck?
so good. I've
It's
seen
so
it 4
strange.
times now.
Okay, because for the first, and just to remind everybody, this movie, as it was shown to me in the trailer, I don't watch trailers. I've said that before, but it ruins movies. But I did watch a little bit of this trailer, and I read the synopsis. So to me, the movie sounded as though it was this. Guy has a late night talk show. He feels like his career might end, and he needs to fucking step it up and imagine Conan, but failing Conan, and he's got to really step it up with what he's making his shows out to be at night. And so he wants to do something crazy and exciting this time. So on Halloween night, he's bringing in this fucking possessed woman and her pretty much like
Trying to spice up the
Extras.
show.
yeah, he pretty much wants to. He brings in a live like exorcism, pretty
Yeah.
much. Like with the studio audience and everything, and he has this girl get like who is known to have like a fucking demon in her.
Wait, how did he get his hands on a demon girl though?
Bro,
He knows her handler. So her handler wrote a book about dealing with her and like the nature of the beast and her whole issue and everything.
Yeah.
And so he got a hold of the woman that wrote the book. The woman takes care of Lily, the demon girl, and so they both.
But she's never escaped before and like done anything to make this world apocalyptic. But
So it's
No,
it's,
I mean-
it's not quite like that. The way the demon comes out of her in like spurts is what you go on to see in the movie.
Shockingly, Marquise, most demons like to keep it low key and just fuck with the room they're in. They don't usually go for world domination.
well, I've seen the trailer too, and I thought she like turned them into like demons as well, or something like that.
So here's what I'm getting at. I start watching the movie because it seems like a simple thing. Like, okay, guy brings on demon and the lady that's supposed to control it, and what do you know? It's uncontrollable and starts to go off the walls. But then for the first like 45, 30 minutes of the movie, I was like, okay, what's happening? Like there was all these other characters that were not introduced in the trailer, like the guy who like spit out the black shit.
Christo was awesome.
I'm like, wait, is this fake? Is this real? Is it staged? Is it not? And I was like, where's the demon lady? Like,
Then he get out.
what's going on? Yeah, and then it just, I was like, okay, did I put on the wrong movie? Like,
Oh no.
and then the CGI was like, I see they were clearly doing it for like on purpose, but like the CGI and like effects are like trash.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
But like it's like really like the movie takes place in what is it the 70s or the 90s?
70s, I think.
So
something like that.
they make the CGI like 70s level
Oh, okay.
CGI. So keep that in mind when you hear about the fact that at one point some guy's going to be ripping open his stomach and worms are falling out. So imagine it's pretty much like if us three wanted to make that scene, how would we go about doing it? And it'd probably turn out similarly.
Okay.
But it was just a crazy movie. And then like turns out like he fucked the demon handler. Is that not?
They never fucked, but she was really into him, and they had been talking back and forth. I don't think he ever clapped ass, though.
But I just wanted to
So
say
that's how they knew each other all along.
They were hitting it off.
Yeah,
And she came on the show.
that movie was real strange. I've seen Stranger, but like
When her head splits in
He's
half.
like, "Hey, I heard you got a demon."
And just the apotheosis of everything
Yeah,
in the middle of her skull. I don't know what that was about, but
nah,
cool movie.
it was a pretty interesting movie. And let's just so by the way, it's Chocolate Cafe is pretty sick.
Yeah.
No, but go
Yeah.
check that place out. It's really good. Next topic I wanted to get into. We vaguely brought these up. Don't you dare look at the time.
I have
You
to stay.
I'm not even gonna
got
ask.
20
I'm not even
macaroons.
gonna ask how it happened.
We
by
got
the way.
20 macaroons.
I didn't do nothing.
So he was prepared. I was here.
I did
were you
have
on?
something to attend to.
Okay.
Things happen.
Anyway, so I need my credit. I need my credit, guys. Like when you watch this podcast, I mean, are you aware that we're coming with like crazy facts and like psychic events? Like I literally let's just bring it back
Can we
a
do
second.
a fucking podcast with a ghost read or a person that like
I'd like
what are
to.
they called?
Turns
Paranormal
out
Psychic or something.
psychic, yeah.
I know a person who knows the psychic who turned us down. And it was really funny and awkward because I was talking to them and they were like, "Oh yeah, I know her." And I was like, "What? Why didn't she come on the show?" And she's like, You remember that?
Yeah, but I'm like weirded out now. Why? Like,
It was just.
why didn't she come on the
It
show?
was the same reasons that she told us, but like
We'll just get a different
one day.
psychic.
No, one day she'll learn. Yeah,
I can find us a psychic.
I want to get a ghost type person. But anyway, like,
Yeah.
yeah, I thought you remembered this, Matt, but like, back when Doomsday Part 2 came out with Eminem on Cole Bennett's album,
Fuck.
the song was good and everything. The album hadn't even been announced. And in that music video, Eminem has a bunch of different appearances from a bunch of different people on that album. And as we know, the Cole Bennett album was very eclectic with who was on it. And I just got this psychic knowledge and just feeling. When I watched that music video and I saw the posts and the comments that came on those posts afterwards, I was just like, you know what? I know for a fact that BabyTron and Eminem definitely worked out something and they're going to make a song together. I could just feel it. And I said it on the podcast. I posted stories about it. I was like, it's going to happen. And then never, like, if Eminem farts, I'll know about it, man.
Right,
Don't
right.
ever worry. So when he announced that song, I was like, I fucking told you so. I told everybody so. So keep watching. Everybody watches the show. Tell your friends to watch the show because we were the first people to know about that shit. Anyway,
In the know.
the song, I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. I really loved the collab. I'm not a huge Big Sean fan, but he did his thing.
Snap.
I'm trying to learn how to not. I
Big
can't be
Sean was
super
one of
raw
those-
with my opinions because one day we might interview Big Sean.
Yeah.
But
I thought everybody involved did great. I didn't like
Yes.
the hook. Well, okay, the hook is fine. I
just-
just
it's
after a
sad.
repeat listen, I'm like, fuck, and all the branding is based around the hook.
mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, I mean, it is a beautiful and awesome moment for BabyTron, but repeat listening is kind of hard just because the hook is like kind
Yeah.
of whimsical.
Well,
The
it's
rapping is
weird
great.
because I wouldn't call myself. I like BabyTron. I like what he brings to music. I like his style of rapping. I like his like goofy shit. Like I like his energy and vibe. I don't listen to him on a regular basis, but as an Eminem fan, I have always, and I feel like any person that's a fan of Eminem can relate. Like, obviously, it's cool and all that he like stands up for a certain level of quality of like rap and music, but at the same time, I can't tell you how many times I've been like, I like this artist. Like, it would be so fucking awesome if you guys would collab, and I know you could if you wanted to. I know you could, but like Eminem fans do not get a lot of collabs with people that are young. If
Yeah, I
you feel me.
I feel like the song is for the kids for sure, which is a good thing.
Yeah, so I was super hype to see like BabyTron's on this. Like that's sick. Like I think that's a really good collab for him to do. It makes sense, and it also is like, here you go. Like here's a fucking like recent like up and coming artist that he's putting on and everything. And I was a little upset because if I remember correctly, BabyTron's what he gives to the song is mostly just the hook and a bridge. Am I wrong? Like he doesn't really
raps.
have a full verse.
Yeah, he does. It's
A
awesome.
full verse?
Yeah, and it's awesome.
And
Kid raps his ass off.
but doesn't the
Like,
majority of it kind of get like I see what there's like the hook that he does, and then there's like a bit of a bridge from the hook to his verse, and then the verse feels short, I think, because of the fact that a lot of the things he says do seem to get like repeated later on in the song. I wish we could listen back to it so I could show you. It does feel like,
we can. We just have to.
because I don't want to feel crazy right now, like, because I swear I was listening to it and I was like, damn, I know he has a verse. It's just like it's a pretty short one. Because he
It was crazy.
do you ever listen to BabyTron? Like
I've heard some of his other music, and he doesn't rap like he do on here.
There's a couple of songs where he does, but
Really?
yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to get hip.
But I thought Big Sean was like pleasantly surprised me, just because I have to be honest, like Big Sean just kind of is like, I get this like stale taste sometimes when there's a lot of his music where I'm like, this is awesome, but like I don't know why. Maybe I need to go back and listen, but I get the vibe that a lot of songs like sound somewhat similar. He doesn't seem to go out of his comfort zone a lot.
Detroit 2 was a great album.
That song where I'm not trying to see like only talk about Eminem here, but it's kind of part of the subject. And this isn't only Eminem, let's be honest. When he put that 10-minute song together, there's a 10-minute song on I think Detroit too.
I don't think it's 10 minutes long, but I know what you're talking about.
It's long as shit.
It has like Sada Baby and Royce da 5'9",
every
Eminem,
rapper,
a whole bunch of
Marquise,
people.
every fucking artist from Detroit, like he said, Sada Baby.
That's not BabyTron.
He's not. He wasn't big enough yet.
No, not that.
But every fucking Detroit rapper, including Eminem, are all on this one song, and they just go verse to verse to verse to verse, and it's like
awesome.
It's long as shit, and that was another example when I was like, oh, so I can kind of feel like Sada Baby and Eminem have worked together. Like that's fucking sick.
Sada said, "White people can take back Eminem if we give them Nickelback."
Not in that song though, right?
That's what Sada Baby said.
In the song?
No, he said that after they did that song.
He said white people can.
He said white culture can have Eminem back if black culture can take Nickelback.
So is that a diss to Eminem? It doesn't seem like it. It seems like he's like, no, we get Eminem, and we want Nickelback back. Like this is a trade. Like we value Eminem enough to say that we also value Nickelback, so we'll only do that trade.
Nickelback's like a joke. You know what I mean? Like
I know Nickelback's a joke.
Yeah,
but it sounds like he's genuinely asking for it back.
No, he was being facetious. He was being an asshole. I think he actually has they're not going to work together. I don't think.
Oh, I don't think they're going to work together. I think I'm just saying that they're on the same thing, so you can kind of anyway.
Have a song together, nonetheless.
What's it called? Detroit
2, and then the song is called
what's the words blank? It's not freestyle.
Friday Night Cypher.
Cypher, yeah.
Friday Night Cypher.
I'll just look up the album.
It's a clip sample. Fucking.
So let's just go. It's Big Sean, T Grizzly, Cash Doll, Cash Kid,
View credit.
42 Doug.
Yeah, Douglas, Big Doug.
Boldy James.
Boldy's fire.
Okay. Drago.
Butcher in the
Sada Baby.
Fire.
Royce da 5'9".
Fire.
Hell yeah.
Have a song with
Matt
Royce that ain't out yet.
And Eminem. So that, it's just a great, and it is. How long do you think it was? Without looking. All those artists, Marquise. I almost called you Eminem.
8 minutes and 50 seconds.
8 minutes and 50 seconds. What's your guess?
I listen to this song frequently. I'm pretty sure it's because everyone does it's 8, 8, 16, 8, 16, 8. I think it's I don't know. I mean, I'd reckon it's probably a 7, 8 minute song.
7, 8.
Yeah.
7:30. Would you settle for that?
I guess.
Okay. And what did I say? Because I can't guess now because I know.
10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
All right. So that's my guess. I'm the closest.
What is it, 8?
It's 9 minutes and 39 seconds.
Is it really?
Oh.
Huh. The pacing is so good. I didn't realize it was that
No,
long.
my bad. 9 minutes and 29 seconds.
I said 8 minutes and 50.
Hell yeah, boy. And I said, wait, 10 minutes. So you were 40 seconds off. I was 30 seconds off. So me and Marquise, and you suck.
I suck. Yeah, no, I listened to the song. I suck.
It's just probably because you, whose verse are you skipping then?
No one.
Nah, you skipping the verse.
I liked everybody.
So you guys didn't watch the debates?
No.
Not
It was
really.
bad, though.
Bro, I get
Yeah.
usually in any year and any season of America, I would be like, yeah, fuck the debates. That's just boring.
Yeah, you're not really big into it, huh?
This year, I don't see why this is like the most entertaining shit you don't know. Like, this is like Conor McGregor versus Khabib level fucking, like, this is like the ultimate rap battle of history. Like, this shit is fucking, by the way, have they done one?
Rap battle?
Oh, what's it called, Marquise? The rap battle YouTube.
Yeah, what is
history?
Rap battles of history.
Yeah,
Yeah, have they done one with Biden and?
No, I don't think.
Are they still? Do they still do stuff?
I believe they do.
They were popping when we were like in middle school. I want to
Yeah,
say like
so-
Smosh era.
Guys. So we don't get into politics often here at Scheuneman. We
do.
like to keep. But listen, I understand. Like, I'm just shocked, you guys, because I was like actually kind of excited
How does
because
it work?
the debates, like, I missed a lot of the debates last couple of elections, but they're legendary. Like, everybody knows how fucking crazy Trump makes
They
them.
do have one.
Oh, they
Okay,
do.
so
Donald Trump versus Joe Biden epic rap
craziest
battles of
thing-
history.
Lord.
this is just Trump and Biden head to head, and it's like it feels like it's a fucking like UFC card. Like it's they got like it just feels like illegal. Like, why are you putting this poor old man just up there to be berated? And I didn't get a chance to really watch the whole thing, but I had it like on my car while we were working, and like I looked up some of the stuff afterwards, and I was like invested in it. And I'm not gonna pretend to know everything that went on, but I will tell you a couple of the gems that went on. At one point, there was for some reason it gets brought up that Joe Biden had challenged Trump to a golfing match.
Okay.
And keep in mind, this is all a presidential debate on live television about running the country.
Right.
Yeah.
But at one point, they begin discussing this never had golfing match, and Trump was like, "Oh, Biden challenged me to the golfing match. It's a joke. I've seen his swing. I know his swing. It's bad." And then like Biden starts talking about like his handicap or whatever, and he says, "No, I don't know golf shit, but this might sound stupid, but like Joe was like, my handicap got down to all right, I'll stop. But he's like, I got my handicap down to like a 8, and then Trump like laughs and he's like, you would never have an 8. That's insane. That's the biggest lie that's been told on stage. And like they start arguing about like how good each other is at golf, and like it just gets so hilarious because they're talking about who should be the president and like the economy and all the Americans suffering, and then Trump's like, you suck at golf. Like, and then Biden was just, I mean, the whole time it's sad. And he looks so bad on stage. Like everybody's just accepted that he lost. Like, even Obama tweeted, like, we all have bad nights. We all like look bad on that stage can be really overwhelming sometimes. It's like, really? Like, even Obama is like, okay, he sucked, I know, but it doesn't mean everything. Trump still sucks too. He just doesn't suck at roasting. But another funny thing from my dumb perspective is this shit was so crazy. The way, and presidents have been known to do this in like all debates for like all of history. You get asked a question like, hey Matt, how would you fix the economy after the blah, 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 blah economy fail? Like, what would you do?
Sell drugs.
To fix that and give jobs to the American people? And then
Drugs.
so shit like that. So they'd be like,
Drugs.
Trump, what are you gonna do about the economy? But Trump, what are you gonna do about the economy? And then Trump would respond like, first of all, Biden sucks. He's the worst president ever. When I talked about building that wall, I really meant it. But then Biden he did the worst decisions ever. He's never, and my swing is much better than his swing. My handicap is I've won competitions. Some of the doctors have said that I'm like the smartest man they've ever seen. And then like they'll be like, Mr. Trump, we asked you about the economy. And he's like, okay, Biden, he's old, he's stupid. Like, the way that they would just not, he would not answer a specific question to save his fucking life. Like, it would literally be like, Trump, what's your mom's birthday? And he'd be like, first of all, Biden's hairline is receding. Like, he just
I
literally.
feel like he did that the first time too, but people thought it was funny and enjoyed it the first time. But now things are bad enough to where enough people, I think, are taking things seriously and looking at the whole thing like, "Fuck, this is really bad."
I think everybody should know that it's actually insane what's going on in the country right now, and it is bad and it's fucking scary. But I don't agree that enough people are taking it seriously because, like, literally, Twitter is just like Twitter, Instagram, all that shit. They're just talking about how fucking they're making memes out of it.
Well, that's what people are presenting, though. You know, what people present online and their actual independent, behind closed doors thoughts are typically completely different.
Yes, but I just
Meme world.
the viewership, like, people are looking at the debates not for the reason of like concern for this country and like. No, I'm not saying I'm not speaking for everybody.
Right.
But like, it seems like the views have been so much higher on like this debate, for example, just because of the pure shock value of like, because like I feel like everybody kind of knows that Biden should not be the president. I'm not saying Trump should be the president either. I'm just, both of these guys are crazy old people.
Yeah, this is
And
bad.
how is this the best option that we have?
Shouldn't
And
it's not really.
when I say this about Biden, it's not me siding or saying anything about Trump, really. It's just saying, like, Biden, watching him speak is like watching a kid learn how to ride a bike for the first time. It's like scary. You never know where his sentence might fall off.
Isn't there a video where he's trying to ride a bike and he couldn't?
He fell off.
Fell off the bike, yeah.
That's a funny way to put it.
Our control
Yeah,
of democracy is failing.
But and then it's like, has it ever been more clear that the president is not who calls shots like than it is right now? Like, clearly there's teams of people that really are making decisions, and clearly there's like,
So it's always been.
yeah, but it's just like, it's never been more clear to me.
Apparent. Yeah.
Yeah.
As fuck, yeah.
It's quite insane.
I do want to hear the story of you getting a gun drawn on you though before we have time up or so.
That's super fucking. I gotta go here mad soon.
So I've been having just crazy encounters with people. My ADHD, I just still can't believe I called that BabyTron shit, and it's coming out on my birthday. Shout out Eminem for that. Anyway, so the story with the gun, and let me just make sure that I have all my thoughts in order because I wrote this down. Oh, one last thing about the debate. This is super quick, but ever since the debate happened, the sheer amount of spam texts that I've been getting from like political parties or whatever, just literally crazy amounts of fucking texts. Like, literally, like, we're heartbroken to not know if you're going to vote for Biden. Are you still voting for Biden? Like, please tell me, like, we need your vote this, like, now. Give me your vote. Are you voting for Biden? What do you think about the debates? Trump's a crazy person. Like, I've, like, literally gotten 28 messages from just spam accounts asking about, like, my political views and where I'm going to vote, how I'm going to vote. Do I like Biden's sister? Like, just crazy shit.
Where'd you give? I haven't gotten a single one of those. Where did you give your phone number at?
I don't know. I mean, I try to be kind of careful about like I sometimes I don't even accept cookies, but like, seriously, I'm not just willy-nilly giving my phone out everywhere. But like, after the debates, it got insane. Like, it was aggressive. So many fucking texts. Like, are you voting for Daddy Biden? Please tell me that you still like Biden.
Bides.
Like, yeah, it just. I see a correlation. They're like, we know that you saw he fucked up and that he was literally catching flies with his mouth on stage the other night. But please vote for him right now. Like, one of them literally started with a sentence like, I am very heartbroken that you did not respond to this message. Like,
Well, sorry, sir.
Anyway.
I'm not voting.
So, I'm out working. Unfortunately, due to the amount of shit that needs done for the business and the places that I need to be, the availability that I need to have, I have to I have to resort to schedule his job, such as like DoorDash and shit. We've spoken on crazy DoorDash experiences I've had on the podcast before. It's you put yourself into some strange situations going out there and doing that. And this time is in the top 3. Number 1 is still that time that I helped find out if that girl was cheating on her girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
That one was fun. But so this time, it's late at night, probably like 12 midnight. And so I'm dropping off an order, steak and shake or something. And this house was like kind of in the middle of nowhere. And usually at that time of night, people don't want. There's 2 options on DoorDash. You can say, hand me the order, which means I have to like find you, knock on your door, and get you like put the order in your hands.
Yeah.
And like 9 out of 10 people do not pick that. Since COVID, they've also given the option to just have it placed at their door. I don't believe that was ever an option before. And so many people will go with the contactless, like drop it at the door, like to the point where I've had many times where you drop it at the door and you can see them like waiting on the other side of the door for me to leave so that they don't have to encounter humans and like have social interaction. It's scary. I walk into this house. It's like the middle of nowhere. It's really dark. They don't have good lighting at all. And something about it just seemed off. I just got this weird feeling. And I think it was a combination of the fact that like the house is in the middle of nowhere, and then they have like no lights on inside. Like it's a dark house, and it gives off the vibe of like everybody in this house is fucking sleeping.
Yeah, it's creepy. Yeah.
And so I made sure that it was the right address because I was gonna have to knock on the door, and so it was like it just felt weird. I don't usually get this feeling. Other than that one time I had there's this like crazy house I've had to deliver to a couple of times, and I brought it up on the show. It looks like a fucking haunted house, and also it's in the hood, and also like it's a house where it's like you go from the sidewalk, and once you step onto their yard, you're surrounded by thick bushes and trees. Like you're like away from the rest of the world now. Nobody can see what goes down in this yard at night. And the house is like crumbling and falling apart. It looks abandoned, and I always run to the door and run away. Like, it's not in the nicest neighborhood. So, but like other than that, I'm usually just chilling. Here's your food, and so I go to knock on the door, and I'm sitting there with the food, and I wait like probably a couple minutes, and then I see like a phone flashlight like bouncing up from the steps, and still completely dark in the house, and they come to the door, and it's like this kid my age wearing like gym shorts, no shirt, and like a varsity jacket, and he kind of looks like BabyTron, not gonna lie, and he opens the door. He's like, "Who you is?" And I was like, "You ordered a DoorDash?" And he's like, "For who?" And I was like, "Ashley." That's not her name, but I don't know if I should. Ashley ordered a DoorDash from Steak and Shake. Do you want it? And he's like, let me go check about that. And I was like, all right. And he's like, I haven't heard anything about this. I was like, all right. And he's gone for another minute, and he comes back, and he's like, my bad, dog. I haven't really, like, I've been sketched out, like, the past 3 or 4 nights we've had people come into our door at random hours. I was like, okay, that's weird. Yeah. He's like, yeah. And I looked down, he's like, pointing a gun at me. So
second time?
No, like, yeah, so he comes back the second time. And as he's saying about how he's like, I've just been sketched out because people come to my door at random times, I'm like, yeah, that's weird. My eyes go down. It's dark, so I didn't see it the first time. But I looked down, he's got his gun just like right here, like down by his waist, pistol just aimed right at me. And he's like, yeah, that's why I gotta keep this thing on me. And then he fucking pops one out the chamber and puts it into his shorts. And I was like, this motherfucker had that gun the whole fucking time, just literally aimed at me. I was like, what the fuck?
DoorDash needs hazard pay.
I literally didn't even notice it. And so like the way he like put it away, and the way I saw him holding, like pointing it towards me as he was like explaining like why and shit, I was like, oh my God, like he literally, that was pointing at me from the second I opened the door. I just noticed it late. And so then he just like puts it back into his pants. And I was like, oh shit. Like, and then I didn't even know what to say. I was like, yeah, gotta keep one in the chamber.
Oh
Like,
my
Stay safe, brother.
gosh,
the way he
bro.
just popped it out of the chamber, I was like, Jesus Christ. and then he's like, yeah, dog, my bad. And I was like, okay. And so I walked away and drove off. But it was very strange.
Well, even if they need a encounter in person, you know, just leave that shit at the door, and just say you
I mean,
you talk to someone.
I'm trying to, I can't think of really any other times I've had. I know it's happened once or twice before, but I can't remember any other times where I had like guns drawn on me over it or any of that shit. Like, it was
weird.
It was wild because when
Someone
I
should've
noticed
warned
it, I was
him.
just like, "What the fuck?" And then also like, what's he talking about? Guys just pull up to his house in the middle of the night, like that's strange.
That's creepy.
But yeah, door dashing adventures. I came on half asleep and now I'm fully awake. Go to the Scheuneman brand. Go to the ScheunemanBrand.com. Check out the Stone collection. Check out the Foundation collection. Keep a close eye on our Instagram because we are about to be opening up our Instagram store where we will be tagging products on our new posts with our new photo shoot, fancy pictures, and you will be easily accessing wonderful products. Read about the collection in the lookbook. It's a beautiful, meaningful collection. I think the next episode, if we don't have a guest, I'm going to remind people where this collection comes from and the true story and everything behind it. We have a bunch of cool content coming out soon regarding the rollout of said collection, but these are beautiful pieces made with care, ethically, and no slave labor involved. We are literally doing this with care, purpose, and attention to detail. You'll buy something and it'll be your next favorite thing of that style. I literally just talked to Crash about how I don't know if you saw my post, he was like, yeah, this is my favorite belt.
Yeah.
And he's got other belts, but he's always wearing the Scheuneman belt because that shit's luxurious. For great fucking prices, I might add. So go check that out. New episodes of the Scheuneman Show every Monday. And like, comment, subscribe, follow our Instagram, Scheuneman Brand, TikTok, Scheuneman, all that good stuff. We'll see you guys next week. Matt, do you have anything you need to promote?
Fucking album, EP, I don't know, AP, I guess, mixtape, How to Feel, finally coming out this month. I'll have an official release date on that next week. I got to run through last-minute contracts and paperwork stuff, but the project featuring me, Dave East, me, Lil Wayne, me, Badass, 2-3 solo cuts from me. It's going to be great. I'm real excited. It's the best shit I've ever made in my fucking life, and I can't wait for y'all to finally hear it.
Hell yeah, brother.
Ooh.
Marquise?
You know, you can follow me on socials, you know, MofoMQ on Instagram, but always check out Scheuneman Brand. You got to check that out. Help you something nice on the website too.
Crash might be coming on, by the way.
That would be
He
cool.
wants the cargo
I've seen-
joggers.
I've seen him wearing the belt a lot. He's been posting it consistently. It's nice and it's awesome to see that. We need more pictures of like the Egypt ones or stuff like that.
Everybody
like
who's got Scheuneman, go wear it and post in it and send it to
us some
us.
photos.
We'll
and stuff.
repost
We'll post
you.
them. You know, yeah, it's cool to
I see you,
show
Marquise,
off.
by the way. I seen you were posting gaming clips again.
I posted one little see how it is, you know. Oh yeah. You can follow the TikTok too. I post clips of the show. I'll, you know, get some clips out there. I used to do a gaming thing, but I'm trying to get back in
Days
that.
Gone clip where you were talking,
Yeah.
which I liked. I liked that you could hear your voice like clearly and shit.
Something different. I was like, you know, should I do this? Why not? And I went for it and I ended up posting it. It was fun. I want to do some more stuff like that.
Alrighty, guys. Be safe. Love you.
You.
Like, comment, subscribe.
TikTok is actually Keys, KKIEZZ. I forgot to put that.
Wu-Tang forever.
Yeah.
All this shit is in the description. Buy something. Love you.
Love you.